This is Underground Opera.
I imagined you walking down the aisle. I imagined you with that beautiful smile. I imagined standing by your side. I imagined everything going right. Oh, how wrong I was. Oh, how wrong I was. And you should be here now, laughing your heart away. You should be here now, welcoming a brand new day. And it's so far from fair, 'cause you should be here.
Welcome to Undergroundopolis, everybody. Man, it's winter. 2022 is almost over. Here we are in December. It's a lot of things happening right now, right in the Kentuckiana. If I can speak, I try that again. In Kentuckiana, a lot of things happening in Kentuckiana right now. We are at the Community Music Alliance in New Albany, Indiana. First time here for me. It's a really cool place. Recording studio, recital place. I'm here with Alisha Nikole, and she is releasing an EP tonight. Is that correct, or is it a full album?
No, EP. Full album set for next year. But the EP is just kind of a sneak preview of what you get on the full album.
Is this your first recording?
No, I have an acoustic album out. That's starting from scratch. It's basically just demos. But, I mean, it shows you what you're going to get live, so, I mean, at least there's that.
So, what's the name of the album you got going on here?
This one is Several Simple Songs, and it's volume 1, because I'm planning to do multiples of these, because it's all just kind of acoustic-ish songs. And it's kind of my way of seeing what songs that I've written are going to resonate with audiences and resonate with online crowds more so. I mean, you can always go out and play live, but that only reaches so many people at a time, especially in this time where gas is all sorts of high prices. So I'm trying to be attuned to everyone I can be out there. So this one is 4 songs, and I am excited to see where it goes.
So what would you say your favorite song is on the album right now, if you could pick one?
Well, that's honestly real easy for me. I personally like the song Sense It, and a lot of people are going to probably say that it's written by a psycho person, and I don't know if I am or not, but you know, it's more of an observational song of what's going on in the world, all the division, all the hate that's out there basically, and so that's my commentary on what hate can lead to. I like to call it my I swear officer I'm a writer, not a criminal song.
Well, have you done any of these live yet?
No.
Wow.
This is actually the first live performance I've done in several months. Possibly the entire year. I've been a work-from-home musician, I like to say, for the past couple of years.
I've seen you live. I've seen you at open mics. This is one of my open micers, just in case nobody...
That is true. I did go out to Dundee a few times, and it was really fun. I never actually came with the intent to play, though. I was always there to just kind of listen and hang out and support everybody else.
And then you got Rob saying, "Here, take my guitar."
I must admit, it's
Take
been
that as a
fun.
compliment. I don't let just anybody touch my guitar.
No, really, it's an honor, seriously. And I really enjoyed going out, and I appreciate you watching my dog while I play, because I enjoyed bringing
I
her
forgot
out
about
too.
that.
Yeah, I brought Katie with me, and I had a guitar being shoved at me, and my guitar in one hand and the dog leash in the other, and I'm like, oh no. But yeah, it was awesome that you were able to watch her. She loves you. She loves you.
Does she?
Oh yeah. Raise the sails, I'm getting out of here. I have had enough of this entire year. We started on fire, now we're all in tears. All that's left for me is a trip to the pier. So I'm off to the sea, no worries for me. Don't expect me back for a while. Miles from the shore, with a heart wanting more. You know where I'll be, so try not to need me. Try not to need me. Try not to need me. Close second favorite of mine, since it's my favorite and I'm partial to it. The second favorite of mine is what I call my ode to 2020. So it's called, that one's Try Not to Need Me. It's the last song on the EP, and it's really upbeat. It's only ukulele and a little bit of percussion, which most of the others, the Sunset and You Should Be Here, is guitar and percussion, and then Try Not to Need Me is ukulele and percussion, and then I did one Just a Game that is based off a book that I've read, and that one is electric keyboard and percussion. I tried to keep them pretty toned down on this one just because I also go to Nashville and record with a engineer who I adore, and I like to let him kind of help me with the big tracks. Yeah, I should have a full album with him coming out next year.
But you did all this here.
Yes, all of this was actually recorded in this room.
Oh, wow.
And they are going to all be recorded in this room. The Several Simple Songs is going to be this room producing that. So you get some actually pretty good quality in this room, and I'm pretty impressed with it. Owen built it all from scratch, so it's been incredible to watch him work.
Where all can we hear the album?
I released through CD Baby, so it is pretty much wherever music is, except for things like Bandcamp and SoundCloud, because those are more artist managed. But I'm planning on eventually getting one of those.
I would highly recommend getting
they're
Bandcamp.
super useful. It's just here lately it's been more focusing on recording and writing, and I'm like, oh no, now I've got to get into the swing of all these other things. So CD Baby just kind of takes the distribution and throws it out at Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music. I focus mainly on releasing on YouTube. So if you find me on YouTube, I'm under Alisha.
There will be a link to that in the description, just so everybody knows.
I try to post monthly an acoustic session where I just basically play a song. And I'm looking at hopefully doing covers next year. I
don't know if I've ever heard you do a cover, honestly.
Yeah, I try not to do them without making sure that I have all the licensing and stuff in place, because I don't.
But with CD Baby, you can do that.
Yes. Well, they've actually outsourced it, so they give you links to go through and do it. So.
Right.
Although I have been searching the public domain, and there's some really fun ones there.
Yeah.
If you all haven't heard it, The Devil's Ball is a fun song.
No, I haven't heard
It's from the 1920s, and it's a really fun song.
Huh. I'll look into that myself.
Yeah, it's actually quite right up your alley, I think. So I would
Is it
do it.
silly?
Yes,
It's
it
silly.
is. It is very silly.
Do you have CDs right now? Or?
Yes. So I actually have 3, starting from scratch, the demos track, and then several simple songs. And then I took the 6 songs that I released as singles throughout the past, I don't even want to say how many years, but throughout the past couple of years, and I put those on a CD called Icon A. because they were recorded in the Icon A room in Omni Sound Studios in Nashville.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So, nice little tribute to them.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever saw anybody on stage or even on TV or anything that you said, you know what, I want to play music? Who would that be? Can you narrow that down? It can be more. You can have more than one answer.
There's a couple of different ones for that. Ironically as it is, Sean Kingston was a big influence, and it wasn't even him per se. I was at a concert of his at Kentucky Kingdom way back when they had this backstage going.
Mm-hmm.
And we had just finished the concert. It was me and a few friends, and I was singing along with them, and my dad I looked at my dad, and I must have asked him how it sounded or whatever, and he kind of implied that I couldn't sing, because he was like, well, Sean does it better than you do. And I'm like, well, I mean, yes. He's the writer of the song, and he has all sorts of backup and everything, so yeah, he can make a pop, but also, like, that, from that moment on, I was like, you know what? No. Anyone who tells me that I'm not good enough, or not good in general, I'm going to just prove them wrong.
Yeah.
So I actually started doing singing lessons from that and decided to try to get better, and I actually can hold a note now.
Well, I've heard you.
But so that was that. I imagined you walking down the aisle. I imagined you with that beautiful smile. I imagined standing by your side. I imagined everything going right. Oh, how wrong I was. Oh, how wrong I was. And you should be here now, laughing your heart away. You should be here now, welcoming a brand new day. And it's so far from fair, 'cause you should be here. Getting into songwriting and really taking music seriously is kind of attributed to two different acts that I've seen. A lot more than that, obviously, because inspirations fly, but like the moment I was like, I want to do that was ironically Hannah Montana / Miley Cyrus. I was in middle school, me and a few friends went out, and my parents actually treated us to a concert, and that was like my first big concert with friends, and I'm like, yeah, this is great, I love it, it's awesome, the energy's there, and I just like, I fed off the crowd's energy, and like just watching Miley do her thing on stage and having a blast, and it was addictive, and I'm like, I want that, I want to know how that feels. So from there I went into theater, and because it wasn't music right away, it was musical theater starting out, and I loved it. But then I went to a Skillet concert in high school, and I was able to like really get my eyes opened to like how real songs can get, instead of like a lot of the produced stuff. Like I got into rock music, and I'm like, I don't have to be somebody else when I'm playing music. I can just be me and be heard. Which I love acting, but you're always someone else. You're you as someone else, which is amazing, and I credit actors because that is some skill. But also like musicians, it takes a certain kind of vulnerability to step out and be who you actually are. You know, I mean, you play music, you know how that feels. You're vulnerable when you're up there and you're singing real songs that you wrote, and you're like, these are my words.
Yep.
I can't really deny them at this point. But
wish I could sometimes.
I know, right? Oh man, some of the early works, I'm just like, ooh, did I write that? Oh dear. But I mean, I wouldn't trade it. You always get better.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go but up. And then finally, like lyrically, I was able to hear Icon for Hire, and they're a big influence on my lyrics because their songs are very real.
Can you narrow down your favorite show you've ever played?
Orcs Bash at Art Sanctuary. A bunch of nerds my kind of people. I love them. I would take a bullet for any of them. They are amazing people. And they let me play on that Art Sanctuary stage, if you're familiar with that. It's a huge stage.
It's awesome.
And all I
yes.
had was my guitar and a mic in front of me. And I'm just sitting here like, maybe I should rethink this. But I'm standing here now anyway. So here we go. And like my guitar strap fell off. I dropped my pick mid-set. Like, it was a mess. I put the capo on the wrong fret on one song, so I'm like, okay, having to shift my voice mid-song, but like, it was so much fun. The crowd was there, the energy was there, and it was, even with any gig, things are going to go wrong, but even throughout all the wrong, it seemed like everything went right.
Here's the counter question. What's your least favorite show you ever played?
Least favorite show, I can easily say that. It was an open mic. It was one of my first with, it wasn't Cams, but it was another songwriting group in town. And we were at a music store out in Valley Station. And I don't even remember the name of the music store. I can tell you where it's at, I can drive you there, but I can't tell you the name of it. That's how much I blocked it from my memory. And I was trying out new material, and I had not rehearsed. So it was my arrogance that got to me. And I couldn't even finish the song.
Oh.
I couldn't even finish the song. It was the last song in the set, and I just choked. And I like ran off stage, and I like stepped outside, and I was just crying. And I'm like, this is not how it should have gone. But then I thought about it, I'm like, what did I expect? I didn't rehearse. I wrote the thing and said, hey, this is good enough, right? And then I got on stage. Who does that?
I think we all did. One time or another.
Yeah, at one time or another. But we also live and learn from that experience. But after that, I also kind of learned, like, you're gonna choke. It's how you recover that matters.
Yeah.
And so that was a good learning experience. But it still was not a pleasant one.
Everybody chokes on stage one time or another every time they play. I think. I don't care if you're filling arenas or something. That they mess something up in there, even though they play every damn day. Sometimes or another, that's what they do. Is they recover from it so well, it's real hard to notice, or they make it look like they did it on purpose. Well,
or they just play it off as a funny moment. Because I remember one concert I went to was Skillet, another show, and the lead singer, like the music started and the lead singer / the bassist was playing the entirely wrong song. And the band stopped and they were all looking at him like, what you doing, buddy? And he stopped after he realized it, not very long after he realized it, but like it was a quick moment. And he was like, I have just been alerted by the stares of my band members and wife that I've on the wrong song, so let's restart that. And the crowd went wild. It was great. So if you just play it off, like, I mean, it's just so much easier.
What would you like to add in before we wrap it up?
Just if anyone has any recording needs, this is the place to go. If you want to perform, learn a new music instrument, anything like that, this is your place. Owen's done really well here. And
right on.
As far as me personally, I'm up to a lot. I have another show on the 23rd at the Barrel Room.
Oh wow, is that Shelbyville?
No, the Barrel Room is at 21st
and
Germantown.
21st then. Oh, the songwriting round.
Yeah, Songwriters Night.
That they're doing now.
Coordinated with Ed on that, and we're all excited. Gavin Castor and Melanie B are going to be on stage with me. It's going to be so good.
Are they going to use the stage, or are we going to actually have the songwriter round where everybody sits on the floor in a circle like they do at the Bluebird?
Ah, that would be so cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
That would be really cool. That's honestly, we might look into that. I think we're going to use the stage this time around, but like definitely we'll keep that in mind for future performances, just because that would be really neat. I could watch a meteor crash to Earth. I could watch the oceans rise to rise, but it wouldn't make a difference. I know I'd be fine.
That is all our time we have for now. Thank you for listening to Undergroundopolis. Remember, we do this every Wednesday night, bringing you new and exciting artists every week. Be sure to hit up their websites and social media and stream or download their music. If you like this show, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, any streaming platform, and leave us a review as well. I'm your host, Rob Lyon, signing off.